Hello everyone. I'm sure you would have seen my last two videos on rational numbers. In the first video, I explained to you what rational numbers are and how they are different from the fractions. In the second video, I explained the associative property and the commutative property of numbers, and that for rational numbers, they are commutative when it is for addition and multiplication, and non-communicative when they are to be subtracted or divided. Same way for associative property, when they are to be added or multiplied, they are associative, but if they are to be subtracted or divided, they are not associative. So today we learned about the distributive property of multiplication over addition and subtraction. Basically, what does it mean? Let us say we have number A, which is to be multiplied to the sum of B and C. So what we can do is, we can multiply the factor A with both these terms which are to be added and add their product. A can be multiplied by B, then A can be multiplied by C, and both the products can be added. This is called distribute. We are distributing this factor to these numbers which are to be added. And if they were to be subtracted, again, we'll multiply this factor A to B and A to C and subtract the products. For example, I'll show you a simple example. 5, we multiplied 4 plus 2. So we can do it in two ways. We can add 4 and 2. 5 into 6 is 30. Otherwise, we can distribute this factor 5 to both these two numbers. 5 into 4 plus we are adding 5 into 2. Now this factor is being distributed to both the numbers which are to be added. So it becomes 20 plus 10 is 30. The same answer. And supposing they were to be, it was a case of subtraction. 5, 4 minus 2. We can subtract 4 minus 2, that is 2, 10. Otherwise, we can distribute this factor to both the numbers which are to be subtracted. 5 into 4 minus, because these numbers are being subtracted. 5 into 2, that is 20 minus 10 is 10. Same. So this is called the distributive property of multiplication over addition and subtraction. The factor which is to be multiplied with the numbers which are in the parenthesis, this is called parenthesis or bracket. So we can multiply this factor to each of those numbers and then either add or subtract as the case may be. So now we'll try it for the rational numbers. For example, 1 upon 2 is to be multiplied by 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 4. These two rational numbers are to be added and multiplied by this rational number. So we can do it in two ways. We can first add them. 1 upon 2 add karenge. When we add them, the LCM will be 4. 2 plus 1 is 1 upon 2 into 3 upon 4 is 3 upon 8. 3 is to be 3 into 1, 3, 4 is 8. Otherwise, we can distribute this factor to each of these two numbers. 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2 and add, because these numbers are being added. 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 4. 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 8. This becomes 1 upon 4. This becomes 1 upon 8. LCM is 8. 2 plus 1 is 3 upon 8. Same answer. So here also, like in the case of integers or whole numbers, we can distribute this factor to each of these two numbers which are to be added. Now let's take the case of subtraction. So we either subtract these two numbers, 1 upon 2, the LCM will be 4. 2 minus 1 is 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 4 is 1 upon 8. Here we have subtracted these two numbers and then multiplied with the factor 1 by 2. Now what we'll do is, we'll distribute this factor to each of these two numbers which are to be subtracted. 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2. Multiply this here and then multiply here. For example, we did here. We multiplied here and multiplied here. Minus, because they are to be subtracted. 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 4. So this will become 1 upon 4. This will become 1 upon 8. They are to be subtracted. LCM is 8. 4, 2 minus 1 is 1 upon 8. Same answer. So even for rational numbers, the distributive property of multiplication over addition and subtraction is true. It is valid. That means we can solve these questions by using this property. We can multiply the factor to each of the numbers which are in the parenthesis, and then we can add the product or we can subtract the product. Here we are adding the product, here we are subtracting the product. What we did, we multiplied this factor with each of these two numbers. We multiplied this factor with each of these two numbers, and then here we added and here we subtracted. So this way we use the concept of distributive property of multiplication over addition and subtraction to rational numbers. Okay? So if you like my video, please share it with your friends, and please do subscribe my channel. Thank you.